Welcome to a special Let's Play Pantheon episode. We'll call it a story time with bRanN. No, we're going to read through these diary entries from the president and go ahead and let's cue up the music we used for that area. The Blue Light District, the Safarian, you know what I'm talking about if you've played this map or if you've seen my series. And if not, go back 3, 4, 5 episodes and watch it. Watch it from the start, actually. What are you doing if you're watching this out of order? That's crazy. Actually, if you are watching this out of order, that's okay. Actually, watch it backwards. And slowly see me degrade into nothing. All right. We're getting off track. We're losing focus. Welcome back to Storytime with bRanN. Diary, entry number 1. President's Diary, entry 1. It is my first day in charge of this grand city, a glorious empire inherited from my late father. I still amaze at the streets and how they sparkle in the golden sun, the sapphire in the ground, creating beautiful works of light in the air. The High Council will ease me into this big task, I am told. I certainly hope so. There are many heavy expectations on my shoulders. First on the list is dealing with strange reports of silver beetle-like monsters eating their way through the stonework. They have been nicknamed silverfish among the community for their weird zigzag movements like fish in water. Ugh, silverfish. Gross! Diary, entry number 4. President's Diary, entry 4. The High Council informed me yesterday that the silverfish infestation is advancing rapidly along the southern streets. It appears it will be a matter of weeks before the entire city is at risk. I am thankful that the city sits upon sandstone and sapphire, so the ground beneath our feet remains sound, but many buildings have already begun to crumble away. The scientists have told me that the silverfish carry a strange infectious disease not belonging to their species. A bite can slowly rot away at the flesh until it turns moldy, green, and flammable, and the brain rotted to a pulp. Ugh. It's a miracle that no one has been bitten yet, or if they have, they've not yet to show any signs of infection. The citizens still feel happy, and that is most important. We must keep it that way for as long as possible in order for peace and prosperity to be maintained. President's Diary, entry 7. A member of the High Council has suggested a potential solution to the silverfish infestation that has been not touched upon in years: the gods. He recently uncovered ancient scripts documenting the creation of this land, a land crafted to be above all lands, to unite them all. Our city is but a small basin in a potentially infinite realm that may even expand into different dimensions. Of course, there is no solid proof of this besides these papers. Not to mention that the scripts found mention highly unusual and costly religious practices that no doubt many of the city will be uncomfortable with. The god in question is documented as Denkau in the scripts, but we suspect there is more ancient term for them, and that they have adopted translated names in modern-day script. I have been given a Xerox of all the papers discovered and shall study them intently myself over the coming days. Just before writing this entry in my diary, I took a quick glance over the list of all the various gods. Kyodu, Denkau, Hakuin, Keichio, Kuri, Sabaki, Chinkin, Fun, Jia, Season, Kyoku. I hope that, despite how crazy this idea seems, it may save our city from the clutches of the plague. I know I read those names wrong, but I didn't want to break the president's character. President's Diary, entry 13. 1 of 14. I hope you enjoy this. This episode is just going to be me reading these, so if you don't like this, then you can skip it, but I'm trying to make it fun, so I hope you're enjoying it. Today on my way to the office, I saw my reflection in the sapphire along the walkway, and I spotted what I think may be a gray hair. It would not surprise me given recent events. The city is beginning to suffer infection. I've noticed people on the street with tinges of green, a masses of warts, and a difficulty thinking straight when the sun is out. Not only that, but there are reports of spiders beginning to enter the city as well, appearing seemingly out of nowhere. They're slightly bigger than the silverfish and blue in color, with eyes that glow blood red in the dark. The scientists tell me this breed of spider is extremely dangerous. A single bite pumps in extremely powerful poison that will suspend the victim mere centimeters from death. Some of the High Council have suggested extracting this poison and using it on blades and tips of our arrows. Although I appreciate their want to make the best of every situation, war is not our current focus. Eliminating this fast-approaching plague is. In the meantime, I've looked deeper into the papers on the gods. Using a slightly less ancient scripture, we have translated the majority of the papers into modern-day script. Wow, these papers, what they speak of, it's amazing, intriguing, and strangely terrifying. It appears the gods once worked as individuals, crafting their own lands. The first was Kayauchu, translated as the patriarch, who then gave the tools to other ordinary humans. And using these tools, they gained godly powers, just like the patriarch. It was then Kudu, archery, and an oddly unnamed other being who suggested uniting their forces to create a single ultimate land, with the power and care of each god imbued into it. Over time, as they gathered more and more gods, the land expanded into a stupendous size. The scripts speak of land many kilometers wide. The thought of it astounds me. Our city, not even more than a kilometer, surrounded by perhaps an entire world we have yet to discover. And yet, setting out to discover this place would be too much effort. The basin wall scale far too steeply to climb. But still, the thought of it. The god in our question, Denku, god of lightning. He crafted the basin that the city sits in and filled the ground with a sapphire that has funded this empire. More and more of the High Council are being attracted to the idea of adopting this god as the city's official religion and hoping that he comes back to fix this plague. Still, it is the first time in history that the city will be attempting to conform the thoughts of its people. Since its inception, the people have been free. To what extent will we go to fix the problem in this manner? I ponder, and yet it seems so attractive. This god could give us more possibilities than a lump of blue gem ever could. Diary entry number 22. This morning I was informed the city is under attack. The baby spiders, as they've been called. To be called? The silverfish? Just the beginning. Various monsters have been pouring out of the river all morning. Thankfully, one of the High Council has been secretly training able citizens to be our army. I never would have approved it in the past. Our city is supposed to be a symbol of peace, not inevitable conflict. If anything, where the people to conflict with, our large supply of wealth meant civil war was impossible. But the army is in action as I write, fighting off the endless waves of monsters rising from the riverbanks, and for that, I am glad for that counselor's foresight, where I was blinded by the idealism of an image. Denkoism has been adopted as the city's official religion. I am using all my power to ensure citizens are not overly pressured and are still free from persecution. This is a solution, not a gateway to more troubles. A part of the Saphirian library has been refurnished as a church, although some of the council have claimed that the scripts say a simple altar is not enough. There is apparently an entire style of architecture dedicated to the worship and pleasing of these gods. A triangular prism roof, rectangular base, but most distinctly, several supporting columns in front. This is referred to as a Pantheon. Although it interests me deeply, currently most of our resources must be dedicated to fighting off the immediate threat, the war at hand. For now, Pantheon must wait. Ooh, it's getting good. May I compliment whoever wrote all this out. This is a lot of work. Diary entry 38. Skyreach is falling. There are damaged sites around the city, but mostly the buildings have been left intact. The city is a ghost town, though. All the people are evacuated or dead. I and the High Counselors are under guard at top of Skyreach. The floors below us are under constant attack. Strangely, The very bottom floors are untouched, but floors 3 to 7 are all but gone. It's a miracle this place still stands. With the help of our team, I have figured out an ancient portal technology that may enable us, and in turn, the remaining survivors down in the mines to escape to another land. We have had the necessary materials to build the portal in our available stores in Skyreach. Construction is painstaking and slow, and people like me were never intent to build such an intricate device. But it's our only hope. Yeah, I remember those mines. I don't think anyone survived. President's Diary, entry 44. I cannot believe what just happened. The portal failed. Apparently we misread one of the blueprints. What came out instead? A replica of Denku's mythical weapon. It is a severely weakened copy, presumably degraded over the many years since Denkau walked these lands, but nevertheless, it is a powerful weapon. Our translators have transcribed the etchings on the axe and declared its name, Shockfell. Work on the portal continues. Yeah, I found that axe. I don't believe it lasted very long. Do I still have it? Yeah, no, I probably dropped it in lava or something. Okay. Last one. Diary, entry 51. President's Diary, entry 51. Our final army's unit, Elite Squadron Alpha, has fallen. We are left defenseless. The portal is complete. However, I fear it does not work as intended. One counselor went in, and 2 days later he has not returned. Judging by the army of spiders and zombies that now bang on our door, I am now certain we have no choice but to take the chance and portal. This will likely be my final diary entry. I wonder if perhaps someone might find these musings one day. For them, I leave these books behind. The teleporter is constructed on the roof of my office for anyone who wish to try it for themselves. I wish them and myself the best of luck. Man, that's a pretty cool story. I have to admit, I did not expect that from a bunch of Minecraft books, but I am thankful to whoever wrote that specifically, and you took the time to make it pretty cool. And to viewers watching this, I hope you enjoyed that. If you'd like that sort of thing in the future, just let me know. Once I have more of these stories, I could go through and read them again, if that's the type of thing you would like, or, you know, whatever. Bonus videos are kind of fun to do. This one ran a little bit longer than I thought it would. I just figured I'd pop in and read a few books. But it took the time it took, and I had fun doing it, and I hope you had fun watching it. And I'm just gonna say see you later. This has been bRanN. Oh, come on. I gotta do it right. This has been bRanN. I hope to see you next video. Have a great day.